D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Marlo's Corner, Trey X, and the whole block fam. So we got Danny Garcia, who we know has a fight coming up very soon. He's fighting Ivan Redkach, pretty much unproven fighter. Fighting out of, basically an Eastern European fighter. I've seen a couple of his fights. He looks pretty skilled, but that's against limited opposition. Danny Garcia is clearly going to be the best opponent that he's fought. And this guy is probably going to be the least notable opponent that Danny Garcia has fought in recent years. So Danny Garcia is favored to win the fight for good reason. That said, Danny Garcia is already talking about who he wants next. Danny is expecting to win this fight, and he's saying that after this fight, he's interested in Pacquiao, and he's interested in Errol Spence Jr. That those are the two guys that he wants next. He's not saying he wants to fight anyone else. We know that Errol Spence Jr. in his interview at the Charlo Harrison fight, said that he's interested in Danny Garcia. He's interested in Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has said that he's interested in Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. I don't think he said Danny Garcia's name. But all of that being said, with these guys mentioning each other's names the way they are, I do believe that Danny Garcia, should he win this fight, his next fight will be against one of the before mentioned guys. It's going to be Errol Spence Jr. or it's going to be Manny Pacquiao. I like either one of those fights. Danny Garcia does have a task at hand that he needs to take care of. Can't overlook these guys just because, we haven't seen them in notable fights doesn't mean that they're not going to be capable of holding their own against Danny Garcia or someone of that nature. So, and this is boxing, the theater of the unexpected. So you never know what'll happen. But assuming Danny Garcia gets past Redkach, which I expect him to, assuming that happens, I'm hoping that immediately after that, we start hearing that some traction is being made on a potential fight between him and Errol Spence Jr. or him and Manny Pacquiao. I have no problem with either of those fights right now. So I definitely look forward to it. I'm hoping everything plays out well because I don't see Redkach fighting either one of those guys. Should he beat Danny Garcia, they probably would be a rematch. But that said, I definitely think that Danny Garcia should win that fight. I'll go ahead out on a limb and say, I think, not necessarily out on a limb, but I'll go ahead and say it. I think Danny Garcia should win this fight. And a fight with Pacquiao or Spence would be big in the sport of boxing. I know a lot of people try to discredit Danny Garcia and act like he don't have a following, act like, his name isn't buzzworthy and that people aren't going to tune in to see him. I couldn't disagree with that more. I think Danny Garcia has a nice fan base. I think that if you put him in with the right people, with the right opponent, you're going to get a big fight. And guys like Errol Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, their name alone right now on the pay-per-view scene is worth, easily 350,000 pay-per-views. Not saying I want to see him fight either guy on a pay-per-view, but my whole point is that these guys are going to bring eyes. They're going to bring viewers. They're going to bring attendance. So you don't have to worry about that. And Danny Garcia, especially depending on the location of the fight, you're going to have a big you're going to have a large attendance, and you're going to have a huge viewership if you get him in with either one of those guys. So I'm hoping that everything plays out, and that's one of the fights we're getting because, quite frankly, right now we're not going to get the fight that we all want, which is Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. So since we got to wait on that, Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr. is fine with me, or Danny Garcia versus Pacquiao is fine with me. That's all I got to say on the subject. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.